There are moments when a single revelation can change everything we thought we knew about a situation. The story of Abby and Brittany Hensel, two conjoined twins who have lived their lives under a public microscope, has been one of intrigue and admiration. For years, the twins have carefully guarded their privacy, keeping their personal lives hidden from the world. But in 2024, their mother, Patty Hensel, confirmed a long-rumored truth that shattered the silence and broke their carefully built boundaries. The rumor had been whispered for years. Abby had secretly gotten married. While many had speculated, no one had definitive proof until a wedding photo surfaced. Abby's marriage, kept hidden for years, became the focal point of global curiosity, forcing Patty to make a public confession that would change everything for her family. The marriage that no one knew about. For years, the idea that one of the Hensel twins might marry in secret was nothing more than an online rumor. Abby and Brittany had always maintained a strict control over their privacy, choosing to live their lives outside the public eye. But when a wedding photo from 2021 was posted on social media by a man named Joshua Bowling, a U.S. Army veteran and nurse, the truth came tumbling out. In the picture, Abby was seen in a wedding dress with Joshua, while Brittany stood by her side, just as she always had. This small image ignited a storm of questions, and the world wanted answers. Abby and Brittany had kept their relationship out of the spotlight, but now, thanks to a single photograph, the world demanded the truth. Patty's confession, a broken bond. The person who finally confirmed the rumor wasn't one of the twins, but their mother, Patty Hensel. Patty admitted that Abby had indeed gotten married, but what followed was not a triumphant moment of public revelation. For Patty, it was an emotional confession, one filled with regret and the weight of unspoken feelings. She explained that she had known about Abby's marriage from the beginning. Yet, when the public speculation grew louder, Patty found herself in a difficult position. After years of deflecting questions, she finally chose to confirm the truth. This decision, though meant to end the confusion, inadvertently broke a bond with her daughters. The twins had always valued their privacy, and by speaking publicly about something they had worked so hard to keep private, Patty had unknowingly crossed a line. The strain of public scrutiny. To understand why this moment was so painful, we must consider how Abby and Brittany had lived their lives up until that point. The twins had spent decades in the public eye, ever since their childhood appearance on national television. Over the years, the world's fascination with them grew, and they were constantly asked to reveal intimate details of their lives. But Abby and Brittany had always been fiercely independent, making it clear that they would not let their lives be dictated by the curiosity of others. They had worked hard to establish a sense of normalcy, building careers as teachers and pursuing their passions, all while navigating life as conjoined twins. Privacy was their sanctuary. When Patty confirmed the marriage, it was like an invasion of that sanctuary, and the emotional toll was immense. Joshua Bowling, the man who respected their boundaries. Amid the turmoil caused by the public's reaction to Abby's marriage, one constant remained: Joshua Bowling, Abby's husband. Joshua had entered Abby and Brittany's lives with respect and understanding. Unlike many who were fascinated by their physical reality, Joshua saw Abby as a person, not a medical anomaly. His respect for both Abby and Brittany was evident from the start. He embraced their unique bond and supported Abby's decisions without ever questioning the dynamic between the twins. Joshua did not see his relationship with Abby as a curiosity to be analyzed. Instead, he understood that love meant respecting boundaries, not just for Abby, but for Brittany as well. His support has been a quiet but powerful testament to the importance of understanding and respecting others, even when the world doesn't. The weight of being under a microscope. Abby and Brittany's lives have never been ordinary. From childhood, they were thrust into the public eye, becoming the subject of medical studies and public fascination. People viewed them not as individuals, but as a rare and unique medical phenomenon. Throughout their lives, they have had to navigate a world that often saw them as curiosities rather than human beings. They were constantly asked invasive questions about their bodies, their future, and their personal choices. This constant scrutiny shaped the way they interacted with the world, leading them to become extremely protective of their privacy. Their decision to keep Abby's marriage private was a direct response to this overwhelming pressure. When their mother confirmed the marriage, it felt like a betrayal of the safe space they had worked so hard to create. the emotional cost of publicity. The decision to reveal Abby's marriage had consequences that went far beyond the public's reaction. For Abby and Brittany, the most painful impact was the strain it placed on their relationship with their mother. The twins had built their lives around the idea of keeping their personal choices private. They had always respected each other's boundaries, and their bond had allowed them to navigate the challenges of their unique existence. When Patty confirmed the marriage, it felt like an invasion of that bond. The trust that had been built over the years was shaken, and the emotional distance between mother and daughters grew. This was not just about a public confession. It was about the deep hurt that comes from feeling exposed and vulnerable, even by someone who loved you. The twins' desire for normalcy. Despite the constant attention and scrutiny, Abby and Brittany have always fought for normalcy. They have worked hard to establish themselves as individuals with careers, passions, and relationships that are not defined by their condition. Becoming teachers was a way for them to connect with others and prove that they were just like anyone else. They used their platform to show young students that differences should be embraced and understood. Their personal lives, including Abby's marriage, were simply part of their desire to live as normal a life as possible. However, the public's obsession with them often made that impossible. The twins have always wanted to be seen for who they are, not just for their conjoined status. And when their privacy was broken, it felt like that dream of normalcy was slipping further out of reach. The future, unanswered questions. As the truth about Abby's marriage became public, the world turned its gaze back to the Hensel twins. Speculation continued to swirl around their personal lives. Would Brittany ever find a romantic partner of her own? How would Abby and Joshua's marriage evolve? How would the dynamic between the twins shift over time? The questions came fast and furious, as if the world felt entitled to an answer. But Abby and Brittany chose not to engage with the public about these questions. They had learned that the world would always demand answers, whether they were entitled to them or not. The twins chose silence over further exposure, opting to live their lives on their own terms. The future remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. Their bond will remain unbroken, even in the face of a world that doesn't always understand. The enduring strength of Abby and Brittany's bond. At the heart of everything Abby and Brittany do is their unique bond. Despite the challenges, the public scrutiny, and the emotional cost of living under a microscope, they have always relied on each other. Their relationship has withstood decades of pressure, and through it all, they have remained united. The marriage that shook their family and the public's perception of them has not changed the core of who they are. Two sisters, inseparable both physically and emotionally. As they continue to navigate their lives, they remain a testament to the power of family, love, and respect for personal boundaries. Even as the world continues to speculate and demand answers, Abby and Brittany will continue to live their lives as they always have, together.